You see, from the look of things and with the way things are going in Nigeria, you don't need anybody to tell you that in the next 10 years, or not too far from now, this country will be 19% Islamized, if not completely Islamized. You see, the last video I made, I talked about the agenda of the Fulani expansionists, what they are doing at the pace, to Islamize this country. And the reason why their top politicians are quiet about this, the reason why their traditional leaders, the emirs, the sultan, their governors, they are in full support of this is because they are all Fulanis. And they have a target. And they are pushing that target by all means. That is why you see, they want the power. They want to rule the government by all means. So, with the way things are going, in the next 10 years or not too far from now, you might be surprised that the northern part of Nigeria will be the headquarters of Caliphate, where decisions are made. In fact, a government superior than Nigeria government will be installed. A Caliphate government will be installed. I'm telling you. In the next 10 years or not too far from now, you may never find Christianity in the northern part of Nigeria again. You may never. Because of the way they are going about this thing, everyday killing, slaughtering, burning down churches, abduction, terrorism, entering people's, territory, lands, taking over their land, enslave them in their land, and all of these things are going on at a faster pace. And in that video, I said, the solution to this thing is for us to rise against this and stop this agenda on Nigerian parts. That's the solution. And to make matter worse, they have backings. They have the backings of the UKs. They have the backings of, some European countries that are in full support of what they are doing, because you will never see any one of them report about this, despite the fact that the footage, the video footage, evidence are all over the social media. Media channels have reported these things, but the BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, they will never talk about these things. They will rather, water down these things and try to make it as if we don't know what you are talking about. That is what is going on. Why am I making this video is because, you see, President Tinubu cannot solve this situation on ground. Cannot solve it. The guy is confused as we're speaking. And all he just wanted to do initially was to make sure that he retained power here in the southern part of Nigeria. In fact, the situation in Nigeria right now is much complex than what he thought. And they are weaponizing the insecurity in the northern part of Nigeria against his government. And right now, it's at the middle of two situations. US is on his neck, and simultaneously, UK also is breathing on his neck. You may want to ask me, what do you mean UK is on his neck? Yes, UK is on his neck because he failed to honor the agreement he had with the northern part of Nigeria. They came in with Muslim tickets, and that agenda is to Islamize this country. But for whatever reason, Tinubu decided to go with that agenda again. So UK is not happy about it. In fact, there's nothing they want more than to remove the government from him and hand over to Shettima. That is exactly what UK wanted right now. That is why you see them, not talking about the insecurity that is going on in Nigeria. Yes. And the other hand, US is not happy with his government because he's incompetent. From them, they see him as somebody who is not competent to tackle the insecurity in Nigeria. So they might want to expedite his government. So Tinubu right now is confused. And what he wanted actually is to retain power to the south. Is to regionalize power to the southern part of Nigeria, because he knows quite well that whatever that will take away power from the south, I don't want to use the word, we are finished. Yes. So the guy to me right now is confused. President Tinubu, you must try everything in your power to make sure that you stop the insecurity in the northern part of Nigeria. If you have to be brutal about it, please do it. You don't need to massage anybody's ego. If you do this, Nigeria will be happy. And you can now talk of, retaining power for the second term. You just have to do that. And I think US might also, help you to do that. And don't compromise. And do not let power go back to the north. It will be disastrous. Even for the Yorubas, for the Igbos, for the South.
The nature of what is going on in this country, if we as Christians are not speaking, then our voice will be silenced. A dubious, satanic devious, wicked, and godless people who control the narrative. Kajuru is a local government that has been on the forefront of the Fulani agenda, the hegemony, to make sure that they do away with the Christians in that community. We remember when they shot Devil, the wicked governor, Rufai was governor of Kaduna State. We know the atrocities committed there. David Hundain reported the genocidal, the satanic killings that happened in that local government. It was a place where you can feel the smell of blood when the clash happened in one of the markets between the Hausa Fulanis. Well, recently we have found out that there's nothing like Hausa Fulani to correct that notion, because it is the Fulani that even actually instigated this whole thing against the Kajuri people, although some of the houses are involved, because that is the nature of all these atrocities in the other times. But thank God for the houses, they have woken up now. You see, the average Fulani man believes that this country belongs to them and they want to do away with the indigenous people. How can you go to a church, 3 separate churches, and kidnap 166 people, and the commissioner of police of Kaduna State will come out and say it's a lie, without verifying the fact, without finding out all the issues that actually took place in that place? If your children were involved, or your wife are involved, or your relations are involved, or your father is involved, will you come out and say it's a lie? Even the commissioner of Kaduna State. Then when they saw that people have known what actually transpired, 48 hours later, they come out and say, no, the man is trying to be, careful not to give. You, as a security personnel, you cannot get full information. You cannot get full information. We are calling on the Nigerian government for their lackadaisical attitude and their wickedness, that they should speak up against what is going on with Christians in this country. We are not going to be cajoled by anybody, and we are not going to be intimidated by anybody. Our parents were the one that fought the Biafran war, a bogus war that they don't know the meaning. At that time, they were telling us we are all Arewa, Arewa. What is even the meaning of Arewa? When you are slaughtering people every day. Okay, some northerners are saying they are killing Muslims. Who are the ones killing the Muslims? Are not the Muslims? Is it the Christians that are going to the mosque to kill Muslims? The people that kidnap these people in church, are they not Muslims? Are they not terrorists, Fulani? Is any clergyman speaking against them? And I saw the video of the governor. He went to the front of the church talking casually as if nothing happened, that it's our duty to protect them. Did you protect them? 160 people are inside the bush. As I'm talking, they are not back from a place of worship. We are calling on the Nigerian government to do what is right. And we are calling on President Donald Trump that this is what is going on. If need be, we divide this country. Let's divide the country. There are stories of Pakistan and India. When the Hindus cannot live with the Muslims, they divide the country based on religion. The Hindus from India, the Muslims from India moved to Pakistan, and the Hindus in Pakistan moved to India. The same story with Malaysia and Singapore. It was a religious problem. If we are going to do it that way, let's do it. Enough of all this rubbish. Recently, a young boy from Katsina became a Christian. They put a fatwa on him. The Hizbah are looking for him up and down. They were even looking for his family. And tomorrow somebody will tell us there's no Christian genocide. Who are the ones that went to the church, the Ekwa church and the other 2 churches, to take 166 people, kidnapped them and took them to the forest? Are they Christians? It's Muslim terrorists. And somebody said we shouldn't say it. The terrorists, are they Hindu? Are they Rhodosians? Are they not Muslims? So we are not going to be intimidated by anybody. This APC government is an irresponsible government. When it comes to the issue, they took $9 million and gave it to the United States lobbyists so that they can bury the issue of the Christian genocide. $9 million is 13 billion. It will be IDP camps, it will return the IDP people back to their villages, build schools and hospitals for them. They won't do it because they are wicked. A government that is irresponsible, that doesn't look at life of and property of people, is not a government that is worthy to be in governance. So APC have shown us where they stand. They are wicked, they are godless. Imagine 106 people being kidnapped. The president has not made a statement. All he's doing is jamboree, traveling up and down. Even the IG has not said anything. 166 people. It's a failed state. And it's a wicked nation. If it is not genocide against the Christian, what is it called? Tell us the name. All life is equal. And every right given by God. We are giving rights to be citizens. We are giving rights to be humans. We are giving rights to own property. We are giving right to live in peace. And I'm calling on the Kajuru people. Everybody should buy a weapon. Nobody will tell us that we shouldn't defend ourselves in this country. If the police commissioner and the commissioner of security are all in cahoots with the terrorists, then what does that show you? It shows that there's no peace for you if you don't defend yourself. Enough of all this lackadaisical attitude or pure approach that we are doing something as if we are weak. And somebody will tell us that there's no genocide. People like Father Kuka, people like Budane Boala, you are still talking that there's no genocide. Where is doing a mockery? Now there are 266 people. Where are you? You are not talking. Stupid and godless Christians. They are not even Christians. Because any Christian that says there's no genocide of Christians in this country is a bastard, no matter how highly placed. People like Pastor Wale Adefarasi opening his mouth to be talking nonsense. That over the years these things have been happening, it's not genocide. What is it called now? Let them come and take your children, Pastor Wale. Let's see whether you not call it a genocide. You think what happened to Chibok, if it happened in the southwest, would they be Nigeria? The Yorubas have the power and the means to divide this country if they do that to their own people. Or because here we are minorities. The Chibok girls were taking some repaired with pregnancy. Up to now, some of them are not. People like Leah Shaibu, she's not back up to now. You think it's a Yoruba girl? Would there be peace in this nation? Nobody will stop us from talking. This is an irresponsible government. We are calling on Donald Trump to do exactly what happened in Venezuela to this set of bastards. If they will not sit up and do what is right. Nobody will intimidate our faith and we will not speak. It's a wicked country. It's a government of wickedness. We will say it on top of the roof. How can they kidnap 166 people since on Sunday and the sitting president is just sitting there as if nothing happened? All they talk about is 2027 and how to steal money and tax the poor. How can you have a tax bill where you go and change some of the statements inside some of the paragraphs? It's a treasonable offense. We are calling on the American Congress. We are calling on Donald Trump. Put more concern on this nation. And this is what's happening to us. The genocide is on and active. They have not relented. Recently, they killed some soldiers in Borno. These bastards have not relented. More bombs and more strike against them. Targeted against these terrorists. They are wicked and godless. We will not be silent and will be finished. Nobody will silence us. And I'm calling on the Christian Association of Nigeria to make a bold and strong statement against this kind of open defiance and wickedness against the Christian faith. People are in the church, you went and go and kidnap them in the church, women and children. What kind of godless people are these? And somebody want to politicize it? We will not relent speaking. This is unacceptable and we will not stop talking. And anybody that want to threaten us with any DSS or any rubbish, we are ready for the person. The DSS doesn't know the road to where they kidnap the people. It's those speaking against what happened that you know how to go and find them. The American government should do more. And we are calling the whole world, even the UN, should put an eye on Nigeria. This wickedness must stop. It's a genocide. And anybody that is a Christian, no matter how he plays, that says it's not a genocide, is a bastard. In capital letters. Nobody will intimidate our faith. My name is Bakma Daniel Gata, and we'll continue speaking against the wickedness of this government.
Hi, welcome back. This person that speak last year is someone from Southern Kaduna, and the first person is a Southerner too. So all these guys here, they are intelligent in all they do. Like the first guy says here, he says that for first or 10 years from now, this country will be Islamized. When he says that, I'm not surprised because I know the plan of the Fulani for some time now, and the other person says the same thing again, that the genocide that is going on is just because of the plan that these people have against this country. Why they are reducing many people from their church and many other places now, it's just because I've told you guys to reduce the numbers, and this thing is working for them. As it is working for them, the government is not saying something. The government is just been lobbying with tax money to cover something up. That is what the government has been doing, and that is what a lot of these people have spoken about here, because we can be in a country whereby something will be happening, and the government that we keep there as our father will be lobbying with the tax money and be giving it to outsiders so that they protect his own interest. Although this Islamization of a thing might work. Why it might work is because of the way the Christian are going about it. Because the Christian that I know before are not people like this. Christian normally fight for their self before, but now the Christian are so weak to the extent that most of the Christian that are these CAN leaders are even coming out to deny what these people are doing, because even the Christian leaders have been bought. Because if they have not been bought, they wouldn't come out to be denying all this trash. Because I've seen many different people from different angles saying that there is genocide. Even something that happened in Plateau 3 days ago, someone from another country came out or came to that burial, and he was there live. He spoke many things about the Christian genocide and how the plan of the Islamic leaders is going in this country. So if you like, you the Christian that is just there watching, keep watching these people, let them be buying you, and if you like, don't speak up for your people. Because I noticed something about you guys now that are Christian. It is money that you guys are doing all this thing for. You guys are not doing all this thing from your hearts again, because all these people, the Christian that did this thing from their hearts, who are no more today, like they did it and they fought for it with their whole power. That is the same thing we should be doing. But a lot of us now are focusing on funds. That is why it's going to be difficult for us to kick against what this plan of these people is. Because as me I stand, I know that this country will be Islamized. Maybe before the country gets Islamized, maybe God help us though to just get out of this country. If not, the mess that we're facing here is getting much. That is all we can say. And for you that is hearing this, if you have anything to let us know concerning what everyone have dropped here, you can say it below. And also, if today is the first time, please kindly like, share, subscribe. Thank you.